Captain's log. Stardate. I don't know what a stardate is. And no, I'm not really the captain. Sorry. I've always wanted to say that. Anyway, this is Invisidude, otherwise known as Elijah Asher Woods. Yes, my name is Elijah Woods, like the actor, but with an S at the end. This is the last message I'm recording before we dock at the Kromin toilet. Oops, that's not right. The space station is called the toilet. So dumb. This message is for my family and friends. If I don't survive, I want you to know how much I love you. I'm nothing without you, and I hope you're proud of everything I've done. If I die, I really hope my body turns visible. It would be nice if they could bring my body back for you. You should probably cremate me. I think that sounds nice. Just do something cool with my ashes, like scatter them on a mountaintop during a sunrise, or mix them into clay and make a vase out of them to keep flowers in. I know how you love fresh flowers, Mom. I almost said a cookie jar, but that's really gross. Nobody would want to eat chocolate chip cookies out of Elijah's dead body's ash jar. That was really morbid. I'm sorry. If I don't die, please disregard this entire message. So, to keep you up to speed, Chameleon just hailed the Kromins, and they agreed to hear us out. They directed us where to dock the ship, and we're headed there right now. I left the cockpit area and said I had to pee, but I really just wanted to record this message. I mean, yeah, I also had to pee. Surprise! I'm recording this from the bathroom. The plan when we get there is for Chameleon and Recall to board the ship and meet with an ambassador to discuss why we're here. I'll be staying behind on the ship to monitor things remotely, since I'm the best choice to sneak around unseen, obviously. If they need help, I'm prepared to rescue them, or at the very least, attempt to rescue them. We don't really know what we're up against.
Invisidude, we are roughly 10 minutes from the Kromin toilet. Please finish evacuating your bowels and return to the bridge.
I'm not pooping! Oh, great, I just recorded that. Okay, so, to Mom and Dad, and my second fiddle friends, and Max, I hope to see you again soon. Even though you won't be seeing me. Sorry, force of habit. ID, signing out. Signing off? Is it signing off or signing out? I don't know what I'm doing. How do I stop recording this? Oh, here it is.
Episode 25, Ploonjer. Warning, this episode contains discussion of torture and death.
Recall, we've been waiting over an hour for the ambassador. Are they messing with us?
We need to remain patient, Chameleon.
Yeah, well, I'm a little on edge.
Me too.
Welcome, emissaries from Earth. I am the Ploonjer of this glorious space station, the toilet. There's no exact translation in your language for Ploonjer, but I believe the closest word in English is general. Thank you for waiting for my arrival. I was held up in interrogation.
Thank you for meeting with us, Ploonjer of the toilet. I am known as Recall, and this is Chameleon.
Thank you for granting us safe passage onto the toilet.
May I ask, great Ploonjer, how are we able to communicate? Does your helmet contain translation technology?
In a manner of speaking, yes. I am translating, but I wouldn't use the word technology.
May we be permitted to see your face? I apologize if that is a disrespectful question. Our knowledge of Kromin culture is almost non-existent.
Are you messing with me?
Pardon me, but I don't know what you mean.
You must be joking.
I also do not know what you mean. We have no reason to lie.
Recall, is it?
Yes.
Recall, are you not here to surrender Earth to the Kromin Empire?
I am not. I don't have the authority for something like that.
Then why have you made this long journey? Is your planet not overrun with our kind?
Overrun? You're the first Kromin we've ever met.
Now, I know this is a prank. Who put you up to this? Was it Steve?
I don't normally get confused, but I must admit I have no clue what is happening right now.
Oh, Steve is such a jokester. Oh, it's hard to laugh with one of these helmets on.
Oh, that's much better. Steve, are you here? Are you watching this?
Oh my god, you're human?
Why do you have the same voice as my colleague Invisidude?
Colleague, you say? We thought he was a stowaway. And I don't just have his voice, I have his body and face, too.
Oh, that's what ID looks like? Gotta be honest, not what I was picturing.
Where is ID? Have you taken control of his body? Or are you projecting his likeness?
You can stop now, Steve. I get it. You're committed to the bit. Let it go.
We're not pranking you. What's going on? Why do you look like our friend?
Friend? Are you serious?
Very serious.
Why would you befriend a static?
A static? Like electricity?
No. Static is what we call species that cannot change their form, like these vile Earth creatures.
Why wouldn't I be friends with other humans?
Other humans? Have you been brainwashed during your time on their planet?
I've always been human, or at least looked human.
You are Kromin, just as I am Kromin. You wear their likeness just as I wear the likeness of your stowaway.
ID wasn't a stowaway. He's a part of this team.
If he is not a stowaway, then why was he cloaking his appearance?
He's a special human, one with unique abilities. He projects a field of invisibility around his body, and he can't turn it off.
Sorry, did you just say I'm an alien?
Yes, you are Kromin. You are obviously the Kromin ambassador who was sent to Earth. Does this mean you failed your mission?
I never knew if I was human or not, so I guess that answers that question. Are all Kromins shapeshifters?
Yes, of course. A static Kromin would be an abomination. Do you not know who you are?
I arrived on Earth in a small ship as a child. I was raised by humans. What else was I supposed to think?
Yes, that is how all of our ambassadors function. They grow and learn as one of the species, but once they start the colonization process, their Kromin self awakens and takes over.
Wait, what's the colonization process?
Our ambassador should have felt a strong biological instinct to mate, however your species does so. And once they are gravid with a brood, they gain awareness and repeat the process, spreading throughout the population and using their knowledge of the human species to slowly replace all future generations. It's why I thought you were here, to surrender on behalf of your planet. Most planets, once a Kromin presence is public knowledge, will surrender. If they have space travel technology, that is. Those more primitive planets that cannot reach out to us just become breeding grounds.
So you're saying I was sent to Earth to wipe out the human race?
Exactly! But something must have happened. How does this species reproduce? Do they lay eggs? birth into a pouch.
A biological human female will become impregnated by the sperm produced by a biological male. They will gestate a baby in their uteruses for roughly 9 months before giving birth vaginally.
Are humans altricial or precocial?
What does that mean?
For altricial, think about baby cats. They're born helpless and need their mothers to care for them. Precocial animals are like horses. Foals are able to walk around within a couple of hours of being born.
So humans are altricial?
Have you spent more time as a female of the species or as a male? It sounds like as a male, you would be able to spread your seed quickly and effectively. Humans take much longer to gestate and mature, but even considering that, you should have been awakened years ago and replaced thousands of humans by now.
Sorry to disappoint you, but I've never gotten pregnant or impregnated anyone else.
But what about your biological imperative? Don't you feel an urge to reproduce?
Oh yeah, I've more times than I can count.
Well, I do not understand. If you have sexually reproduced, why is your Kromin self still dormant?
I said I've banged, not that I've reproduced. Big difference.
How so? I do not understand.
Humans have sex for many reasons other than making babies. I have sex because I like it. It feels good.
Ploonjer, humans are one of several species on Earth that engage in sex for pleasure.
For pleasure? I do not understand. Are you saying that humans copulate as a form of recreation?
Yup. Is that not common?
No, it is not. I still don't understand how you've been mating with the humans without producing offspring. Infertility is not something a Kromin has ever experienced at your young age. After several centuries, perhaps. But when that occurs, the elders are normally culled.
Centuries? I'll be alive for centuries?
Measured in Earth years, I am 463.
Oh.
Please, answer my question. Why have you failed your mission?
Why don't I have any babies? That's easy. Birth control. Condoms.
How do you control births?
Humans often use contraception when they wish to engage in sexual activity without a risk of pregnancy.
Well, not everyone, but I certainly do. No glove, no love.
You reproduce while wearing gloves?
No, it's an expression.
Do you still feel the Kromin urge, that imperative to reproduce? It's what drives us.
Yeah, love f***ing.
I think we have vastly underestimated Earthlings. Tell me, if humans can prevent themselves from reproducing, what do you eat for nourishment?
Excuse me?
Kromins, in our natural form, feast on the excess spawn created during the colonization process.
Are you saying you eat babies?
You will too, once you are awakened and can access your true form.
Baby-eating alien is my true form. What the f***?
You will look like this.
That is not what I was expecting.
I will wear this face again, if that is what you wish.
Yes, please.
There is much you don't know about who you truly are.
I don't think I f***ing want to know anything else.
The body you have shifted into, our friend, Invisidude, where is he?
As I have already said, we assumed he was a stowaway. He was thrown into a cell, and we began the interrogation process.
Is he alive?
Yes, he is. He remains mostly intact. You humans bleed a lot, so I took a break from interrogating him to come and meet with you.
Oh, God, coming here was a mistake.
By interrogating, do you mean torture?
I can understand your language when I wear the shape of one of your species, but I believe that the Kromin words for interrogation and torture are one and the same. I apologize for the confusion.
How were you able to find him in the first place?
We can see more than what your human eyes can perceive.
But I can't see him. Shouldn't I be able to see him?
Until you've awakened your Kromin self, your form is limited to the species you were assigned.
Oh.
Now that you know Invisidude is part of this envoy, you will release him back into our custody.
Yes, fine. Would you like us to reattach the parts we've removed? Or would you prefer to do that yourselves?
I think I'm gonna be sick.
Yes, please, reattach everything you can. Can your technology repair tissue damage?
Yes, I'll be back to normal. That's actually a part of our interrogation process. Once we've removed too much, we put it back together and start all over again.
Thank you, Ploonjer. We appreciate it. Chameleon, how are you feeling? You look like you're about to pass out.
Recall! I'm an evil baby-eating alien. Why did I come on this mission?
I must admit, I have the same question. Why did you come? What is your mission? Your cloaked companion barely gave us any information. He was very resilient. We managed to get the term A-League out of him and Smasher, but that's it. Are you here as reinforcements for Earth's pathetic heroes?
We are here on a fact-finding mission. A group of powered humans, the A-League, traveled to this galaxy months ago to provide aid to several planets that claimed to be fighting off an invasion from your people. We are merely here to learn what happened to them.
So, you admit to being allied with enemies of my people, and you think that you can just stroll in here and ask questions without any repercussions?
We have been truthful with you. As you can see, we come with no weapons. We mean you no harm.
What if I were to say that your heroes are dead? What then? Would you still mean us no harm?
It would depend on the nature of their deaths, I suppose. So, are they dead?
I don't need to answer you, Earthling.
Please, tell us if they're alive.
Are you positive?
Of course I am. Tell us.
As you wish, Your Highness.
What did you call me?
You are royalty. Were you also not aware of this? No? Of course not. Only the offspring of our supreme sovereign are blessed with the glorious mission of colonizing other planets, which you would have already accomplished if humans weren't a race of imbeciles.
If Chameleon outranks you, does that mean you have to do what they say?
Answer her.
Yes, I have to do what they say.
Interesting. Why didn't you bow to me or something when you first got here?
Bowing is a human behavior.
Still don't know anything about Kromins.
That is clear.
Okay, since you have to do what I say, tell me this. What sex am I? Am I male or female?
What kind of question is that?
Excuse me, I have a question. Is the A-League still alive?
I thought I was female, but when I learned to change my body, I could become male, even at the chromosomal and genetic level. I don't really have a gender, though.
I guess we've put a pin in the A-League survival issue.
Just a second. I need to know this. How does gender work for your people? I mean, our people.
The human English word gender has no translation in our native tongue. We know the difference between sexes because of how we use other species to reproduce. But we ourselves are, as you would say on Earth, asexual. We don't have sexes. We are all Kromin. Isn't that enough?
Wow. Okay.
How do you reproduce asexually if you use the gametes of species with different sexes to create your own offspring?
None of your business, earthling swine.
Answer her, and don't be a
Damn it. For species that reproduce, like humans, our own cells transform into your gametes. After an egg is fertilized, for example, our Kromin cells take over the cells in the zygote and begin to replicate, creating an identical genetic copy.
Like a clone? Am I a clone?
Yes. Have you ever taken a biology class? What do they teach young humans on Earth?
Oh, shut the up. So, if we're genetically identical, how am I royalty and you're not?
The Sovereign Supreme is the original. As a direct replica of them, you belong to a higher caste in Kromin society. There are few of you, and many of me. I am separated 43 times over from the Sovereign Supreme.
Ah, I see. It's like 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon, but with royal succession.
So, Ploonjer, how are you in a position of power if you're not royalty?
Hard work, Your Highness. Not everything is based on genetics.
I feel like that's full of but okay.
Ask him about the A-League.
I was just about to. The A-League, what happened to them?
There was a great battle. Their ship was destroyed, and many Kromin lives were lost. We have the survivors in captivity, right here, in the toilet. They are in the same holding area as your invisible friend.
Survivors? How many?
Who's here?
We have been regularly interrogating the one you know as Smasher. His transformative abilities are intriguing to us.
Oh my goodness, Cam, he's alive.
That's great news. Ploonjer, who else is here? Is Captain Spangles with Smasher?
I would appreciate it if you said my name properly. It's Ploonjer, not Ploonjer.
Just tell us.
The one you call Gazelle may have been the fastest woman on Earth, but in space, she was just meh. She could not outrun one of our laser cannons. She was the first to die.
Oh, What about Captain Spangles?
Amalgamation Man's body armor was very strong, but his helmet didn't protect him from the cold vacuum of space. He was sucked out of an airlock and was dead in moments.
Ploonjer, please tell me about Spangles.
Your Captain Spangles is dead.
Cam,
How did it happen?
Cam, take deep breaths. Stay in the present. Think about our mission.
I need to know, how did he die?
He created a distraction, allowing for his 2 companions to jettison in an escape pod. He must have triggered a self-destruction program because the entire ship exploded. He killed himself, but also took out over 100 of our brethren that had boarded the vessel. It was a horrible massacre. Luckily, we were able to intercept the escape pod. That's how your smasher found his way into my care.
He died a hero, Cam. He saved He saved Smasher's life.
Typical Spangles. He was never that bright. Of course he would do something selfless like sacrifice himself to save his friends. What a doofus. Who was with Smasher? You said there were 2 people in the pod. Who was the other survivor?
You call her Danger Damsel.
That means...
Bionic Brian didn't make it either.
No, I'm afraid a simple EMP took him out.
I don't even know what to say.
Sometimes, when people first started calling me a robot, I would imagine that Bionic Brian was my father. But that's not possible, because he does not have a penis or testicles.
Sophia, what do we do now?
I don't know. We need to bring the rest of the A-League home, but I don't know how.
Wait a minute. Ploonjer, what happens if you disobey me?
The Sovereign Supreme would eat me.
Is that something you would like?
No, Your Highness. It would be a great dishonor.
Chameleon, ask him to release our friends and let us go.
There's no way it could be that easy.
Try it.
Okay. Ploonjer, I command you to heal Invisidude, Smasher, and Danger Damsel, and to release them into our custody.
Your Highness, you must be joking.
I also command you to let us return home safely and convince the Kromin Empire to never send another ambassador to Earth.
You should probably make that more general, like no other Kromins ever.
Oh, yeah. Not just ambassadors. No Kromin ever comes to Earth. Is that clear?
As clear as my nasal discharge after feasting on infants, Your Highness.
What?
Trust me, it's very clear.
I'll take your word for it. How can I be sure you're not messing with me?
To lie or deceive you would be a death sentence to me and every single one of my kin who reside here in the toilet. I don't wish to do what you ask, but I must do it.
Is this what it's like to be a celebrity?
There's fewer paparazzi in space.
Thank you, Ploonjer. What now?
You must return to your ship and prepare for departure. I will make sure that your companions are brought to you as soon as their bodies are completely whole. It should take an Earth hour.
Wow, that's some good f***ing tech.
Is there anything else you need, Your Highness?
Not that I can think of.
Let us go and prepare, Chameleon.
Wait, one more thing. Ploonjer, if I never reproduce, will I always be limited to my human shape?
I'm not sure. This is the first time it's ever happened in the history of our race. Prolonging your awakening will most likely end in a premature death. If you maintain a human's physiology, I predict that you'll live a human lifespan. But like I said, this has never happened before.
Thanks.
Chameleon, are you okay?
I guess I'll have to be. All right, let's go.
Fare thee well, Your Highness. And be gone, human cockroach.
I appreciate your reluctant assistance, Toilet Plunger. Good day to you.
Get
Great. My first week on the job and the first ever unawakened royal ambassador decides to pop by for a visit. My life. Warden, this is your Ploonjer speaking. Prepare the 3 Earth captives to be released. Return their bodies to their original state, except for Danger Damsel. Heal her injuries, but make sure she remains pregnant.
Yes, Ploonjer. Right away, Ploonjer.
You want to use contraception? Fine. The Kromin race will spring forth from the loins of Danger Damsel. And in several human generations, the earth will be ripe for the picking. It's good to be me.
In this episode of Second Fiddles, Chameleon is voiced by Elena Langan, Invisidude is voiced by Nick Bissett, Ploonjer is voiced by Nick Bissett, and Sophia is voiced by Robin Raimi. All the producing, writing, all that other stuff was done by Matt Johnson. Also, thanks to Elena Langan for some judicious edits. Thanks for listening.